Hello, hello. I look like a mess on this camera. How is everyone? I miss everyone. It's been a while since I've been on. I came on maybe 2, 3 weeks ago, but it's been a while since I actually did a video since then. So it says I am 25 seconds on the clock. I am going to wait until people arrive so I can start speaking. Um, Hi. Oh, Sharon. Hello. Hi, Sharon. How's everything? Do you feel better? Oh, Sharon, a lot has happened to me. Where have I been? Not on YouTube. I just stopped making videos. Like, I went back to my old eating habits. How legs? Hi, Karen. Long time. How's Florida? Yeah, I was wondering who's going to come on here. I missed you. I missed you too. I came on 2 weeks ago. How's everything with your family? Nice today. It's bad weather today. Very bad weather. Actually, I did not have water for um 24 hours yesterday because the pipe in my town basically uh bursted, and they were saying it's an old pipe. It's an 80-year-old pipe. And I'm like, well, how can one pipe cause 500,000 people not to have water? That's crazy. How old am I? So I didn't have water for like 24 hours. And so the water is still not drinkable. Well, I don't even drink uh, tap water anyways, but you can't really drink it. You can't really brush your teeth, but you can still take a bath or a shower, but you just cannot consume it. And so it's going to take 48 hours for them to test it to see if it's clean. So I'm like, how does one pipe wreckage cause 500,000 people to not have water? That's just crazy. Where is my tax dollars going? You know? I was worried about you, and then last month I was involved in an accident, and I was not driving. Like, I'm just like, what is going on? Yeah. And it wasn't just an accident. It was an accident with an 18 wheeler. Like, an 18 wheeler flipped and it hit the back of the car, and I was in the back of the car. And the guy that was driving me did not even know he got hit. And I'm like, sir, the 18 wheeler's on the floor. And he goes, did my car get hit? Not really caring about, the 18 wheeler colliding on the ground. I'm like, well, yeah, it's on the floor. And then your car got hit too. So I had and I still have, I think it's like muscle spasms and just like I had discomfort for like 3, 4 weeks along with the flu. And and I still have slight discomfort, but it could have been worse. Like, someone said they've been hit by an 18 wheeler or an 18 wheeler just like collided on the floor, you know? And so I just been like dealing with that nonsense in my mind all day. So each time I see an 18 wheeler, I think of it each time. Tax dollars. Yeah, I'm just like, that was insane, 500,000 people without water because of a old pipe, and I'm like, this doesn't happen. This should not be happening, you know. Am I okay? Yeah, see, the thing is like, um, a lot of people are like, oh, you should call a lawyer, you should call a lawyer, da 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 da. And I know I have a case, like if I do decide to talk to an attorney. Um, but it could have been worse. I didn't So I basically went to go get my hair cut. I had because my car is like done for, right? And then so when I was coming back, I had a different Uber driver. That's when all hell went loose. And literally, I decided to go see someone, several days later. Because sometimes when you're hurt, Your body is like in whiplash. You have so many just like things going on in your body. You have this adrenaline rush, right? And so it's like you don't really feel it at first. And then so maybe 48 hours, you just start to feel the symptoms. And then that's when I started to feel like within 48 to 72 hours. Um, so yeah, I mean, I thank God. Had he been going slow, had the person that I was in the car with was going slow, then like it would have been worse. But yeah, the 18 wheeler was going fast. Like it was, we were going this way. It was coming in onto the interstate, and we didn't even notice. Well, he didn't. I don't think I didn't even notice that it was going to fall until I heard the noise, and then until I heard the hit. And the car I was in was very small. It was a 4-cylinder car, you know. But again, it just could have been worse, you know. But it's like you can't be driving that fast when you have an 18 wheeler. That's crazy, you know. So, what is new? What's new? I don't know. I feel like shit every day. Nothing's really new besides that. I've been teaching English. I'm going on a year teaching English, so I've been doing that. And nothing really. I've been minding my own business. My neighbor got mad at me yesterday. Some people are still like hung on like past stuff. Like they're still talking about Donald Trump. I'm like, can y'all get over it? You know? No, I don't look good. I look like shit. And if I did not go get my hair cut, that would have never happened. There's literally a hair salon near my house, but I think I went there one time. They're like, we're not a barbershop. When I tell them, do you guys shave? All I said, do you guys trim or shave? They're like, we're not a barbershop. And I don't like to use this card, but I kind of felt like, you know, I kind of felt like a little bit of a sense of bias or prejudice. Um, so I don't go there, you know. So I usually go to a person I've been seeing for like 7 years that lives like, you know, several miles away from me. So I had to take a rideshare service, you know. So had I not done that, then that shit would never have happened. Or had I been driving, you know, because I'm a good driver, you know. So yeah, what's new with you? How are you? How's your husband? How's your son? Karen, how are you? Yeah. So anyways, like my neighbor, he's my neighbor. He doesn't really live next door. He just lives on the other side. And so we were talking. He's like old. He's old. Well, I'm not gonna say he's old, but he's like 60, maybe 60, in his late 60s. And he was asking me, it's always a political discussion, you know. So he was just asking me about politics and everything. He's 65-year-old, 67, black guy. And then some of them, they still think like they're victims, you know, although you lived all this life. Um, and, and so, yeah. And so it's just like, I just don't understand people. It's just sometimes, you know what? It's just like, I'm just like, let people be, let them think how they want to think, you know. Everyone is doing great. Oh, that's good. And so like he couldn't handle the conversation, so he just went inside. So he was like, what is Joe Biden doing? Why don't you want Joe Biden to be reelected? I was like, excuse me. I was like, I never liked Joe Biden. Even before Trump got into the picture, I never liked him. He's like, well, what is he doing wrong? And I'm like, hello, did you not notice the past 4 years telling people to take something that they don't want to take? You know, the border issue that we have a border crisis. Um, did you not notice the prices going up? Oh, he doesn't control that. I'm like, well, he has an influence. Like people have a reaction of how this country is going, and so their prices are going to go up, you know? Um, and so I was like, I never really liked him, you know? Have you noticed all the visas they're giving out left and right? Lottery visas. There's so many people that's coming from different countries on a visa. A visa. Do you know? Do you know the leader? Do you know the son of Hamas? The son of Hamas literally lives in California. You know, he came on a visa in 2007. He changed his religion from Muslim to Christianity. So it's like I would not feel comfortable. So So it's just like we need to get rid of the visas. I don't like the whole visa stuff. Yeah, I don't really get into politics. Well, I do, but it's like if I go to the barbershop, I get asked that question. And I know when I go to the barbershop, like I know what room I'm in because I go to a black barbershop, right? So I know how they think, right? And so I know there's gonna be 100% disagreements. Or usually when I talk to a black person, more than likely they're gonna be a Democrat. So there's gonna be a lot of disagreements. Nothing changes. So it's just like whatever I say or whatever the other person says, nothing changes. Nothing changes. Um, and so I used to think like them. Last night, actually early this morning, like midnight. No, actually maybe 2 or 3 in the morning when I woke up, I was watching this YouTuber and he has this panel. This black YouTuber has a panel of different people and stuff like that. And he doesn't really think like a mainstream Democrat. He's very I'm not a victim. I work really hard. Da 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 da. And so he was asking these girls. They had one girl that had my skin color, but she's biracial. She's black and Hispanic. And he was asking these other females, like, when have you faced discrimination? And they could not explain a time where they faced discrimination. Everything was, oh well, what happened 400 years ago and stuff like that. And so when I was thinking I expected them to do that, I was like, you know what, Jordan, I'm on the right side of the panel here. Like I'm on the right side of reality because people just want to be victims. That's what they want to do. Then they can't explain it. They can't explain a point in time where they've been discriminated against. But I've been discriminated against. And the girl that was my color, I'm like, she's like, I know I'm racially ambiguous. I'm just like, you know. And then they were talking bad about Candace Owens. And they could not even explain anything Candace Owens says that bothers them. They're just mad that this woman holds black people accountable. She not only holds black people accountable, she holds everyone accountable. She talks about everyone. And what she says holds validity, right? And so, a lot of things she say I agree with, by the way. I do 100%. But yeah, so it's just like people are so like just ignorant. Ignorant. They think it's all about my feelings. And their feelings literally have nothing to walk on. But Sharon, are you back at work? You still walking? No, I told you I went back to my old ways. I just told you that. Now I didn't gain everything back, but so I've been like freelance teaching. So I started 9 months ago, and once I started 9 months ago, this was in April. I just went back to eating garbage. Um, Wait, I did walk. I actually walked 2 days ago. 2 days ago, you know how many miles I walked? Like, you're going to think I'm crazy. I walked 12 miles, almost 13 miles. Literally, I walked from my side of the city all the way down to the other side of the city to run an errand because I'm like, I'm not going to take a bus or anything. The bus takes too long. And then I really don't want to take a ride share or a taxi. So, like, sometimes I like walking. So I literally walked 13 miles like literally by car. Actually, I think it's more than 13 miles. On my phone it told me 13 miles because by car it's around 8 miles. Like I literally walked on the other side of the city, then I walked back. And when I was walking back, I was like, oh, do I really need to walk back? And it was really cold. I was wearing some shorts and this sweater right here, and I was walking and I was listening to music. And if I tell someone that's from here where I walk, they're gonna look at me like I'm crazy because it's a long walk, like really long. So on the phone it said 13 miles, but I don't think so because by car it's about 8 miles by car. Let me check the distance. I'm actually gonna check it right now. Let's see. But yeah, I did a long, long, long walk. Let me see their distance. Yeah, and then I got sick a couple times. Like, actually more than a couple, I feel like, because I think the flu was going around. So when I got hit, when I had when I was involved in that stupid crash, I also got the flu. So I could not even sit up. I had to lay down. I had no energy. Um, Let me see. I'm gonna have to see how long it was. This is a long walk. And then the next day, my body was aching. I regretted walking that long. Um, I only walk 2 to 4 miles a day. So it was on my phone. It said over 25,000 steps. But hold on, let me see how long this is. Let me let me use the Google Map. Okay, yeah, there ain't no way. So by walking, okay, so by car, it's about 4 miles by car. Um, Actually, it just depends on where you go. So let me see. By walking, I'm actually gonna put a location to see. Do, 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 do. Wow. Okay, hold on. This one. I'm trying to see the distance. See how long I walked. Wow. Okay, so by walking, it's actually 8 miles. And so I walked 8 miles and then I walked back 8 miles. So that's and it took me about 3 hours. It says 2 hours and 57 minutes. Yeah. So it took me about 3 hours just to get where I was going by foot. And so then I walked back. Yeah, then I walked back. So I would say about 16 miles I walked, which I think is crazy to do that. Yep. 16 miles. Is that crazy to walk 16 miles? Yeah, but this was 2 days ago. Yeah. I actually don't mind walking. I like walking. I only walk 2 to 4 miles a day, but that's good. 16 miles. No, that's crazy. So this is like you're walking over the bridge, you're walking down the bridge, there's cars on the street. So it's like you're literally walking on some parts you're walking on the freeway. So it's not really safe per se. Um and then it's dark. It was really dark. I was singing like I was crazy. But yeah, so anyways, nothing's been up. So what's been up with you? Oh yeah, and I'm still practicing my Arabic. I've improved with my Arabic speaking. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, nothing new, same shit, different day. That's all. Nothing new. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, so actually no, I did have something new. So Sharon, here's another thing. I actually so before I got into that situation, I had an interview and literally the accident happened. The next day I had a second interview. And so during the second interview, I had to pretend like nothing is wrong with me. And then I got the job. And then like I told him like I can't really I have to like extend my start date because I'm in pain. Like literally. I'm gonna have to be carrying stuff and everything. I'm in pain. And then so they end up rescinding my offer because of that. So I'm like, each time something good happens to me, some bad shit happens. I mean, I actually didn't really care for the job, honestly. Like, I kind of did and I kind of didn't, you know. So the job was out of state, you know. But I mean, I'm sure I can, if I really wanted it, I can probably, message them back. But yeah, the person that rescinded the contract or whatever. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really, I mean, it was a step in the door, but it was actually in New York. And like me moving to New York, I don't really like how that place is ran, you know. So I can't imagine myself living in New York. But it was only for like a year contract. So I was gonna do my year there, then I was gonna move maybe back, to work here, or maybe move somewhere in that area. Um, but yeah, I'm still not like my cervical in the back. First of all, I didn't even like the lady that was telling me what's wrong with me. But anyway, she was like, it's not, she's like, it should go back to normal, but at the moment it's like the shape it's at now usually happens when you get into an accident. So I mean she didn't have to tell me, like I felt it. So but yeah, so I mean a lot of people are struggling. Like a lot of people, they can't find jobs, or at least that's how it is, like professional jobs. So yeah, mm, I mean, I don't even know what I want to do. I don't even know. Like I'm not. I don't even know what I want to do with my life anymore. It was our on-air job, reporter job, but like I want to have to be carrying the camera, going out in the cold, do the stories. And it's like I'm not physically. I can probably do it. Like at that time, I was getting pain in the back, so it's just like it's gonna be very hard for me to do it. So yeah, I mean, you have to think about your health. Your health come first, and a lot of companies, they don't care about you. They care about themselves only. And even when I told them what happened, it was like it was a concern with one of them, but the other one, it was like, oh, get some rest. Da, 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 da. So a lot of companies, they don't give a fuck. You know, they really don't care. You could tell them you have cancer, and they don't give a fuck. You know. So, have you tried the pain management app? Oh Lord, here we go. Here we go. How are you, DOG? How are you? How are you? And all they gave me was like when I went to first. I went to the clinic. I didn't even go because I hate going to the emergency room. All they gave me was like some naproxen. Like, what is that going to do for me? You know, and it wasn't. It didn't even do much, honestly. I'm surprised Squill is not on here. But no, my diet has been like shit. Like I've been eating Oreo cookies. I've been like some Reese's sometimes. My chest has been hurting right here. I feel like I'm like, do I need to go to the doctor? My chest, my left side of my chest, like right here, it's been like hurting a little bit. Sharon, so Sharon, what did you eat today? Yeah. Life is difficult. Nothing yet. I haven't ate yet either. The water. I'm just waiting. I mean, the water. You can still use it. The water. I mean, the water's actually running. But it's still not. It's not 100% clean. So it's making meatloaf. Ooh, that sounds good. Yeah. So I don't even know what I want to do with my life anymore. I mean, I'm still interested in journalism, but I just I haven't worked for anyone since July 7th, 2020. So it's been a while. August, September, October, November, December, January. So it's been 3 years and 6 months. I have not worked for someone. Yeah. Um. Uh. Sometimes I have to do this because my back, like the back of my neck, I need some support. Makes. She said, "Lucky." No, I have really felt lucky. Well, the 2 years. Well, I would say this because I was just thinking before I even came on this live stream, I looked at my channel and I'm like, man, I've been through so much with this YouTube channel. I remember at one point when I started this channel in 2016, and then I got into the partnership program like 2 years later, YouTube partnership program, in 2018. And then I remember when I got accepted, I was like a little bit teary eyed. I could have been accepted earlier, but I really didn't care, for it. I just did YouTube just to get my name out there, and stuff like that. Um, but anyways, before I got accepted into their program, like I went viral for like a couple videos. And somebody was telling me, they were like, you need to apply for the partnership program. This is before my weight loss videos went viral, because they were like, you just never know when one of your videos will go viral. And then, something in my personal life happened, and stuff like that. So, like, while I was going through personal shit, literally a video I made in September went viral in January. Like, 2 videos were viral, you know. And so, anyways, but no, so for the past 2 years, like 2020 to 2022, like, YouTube was a blessing, you know. Um, like, if I go back into my analytics, I'm like, I can't believe. Actually, I can believe, but it's like the money like that you can make on YouTube if you're consistent is just out of this world, you know. It's really crazy. So I was blessed, you know. And then when I just stopped doing it, I had to find other ways to, to make money and stuff like that. So, but it's like I've never been a fan of materialistic items. I don't care about the nice cars or the nice shoes and stuff like that. So, like, I don't live above my means like many people do, So I don't have many expenses, which is a blessing, Um, and yeah, but no, I mean, I would like to work. I would like to actually go to work and go back to work, but it's just I don't know. Like that job, that job offer, it seemed like it was really laid back. It seemed like a laid back job. It's like Monday through Friday, and they're like, if you finish your job early, you can go home. And it's not typical to have a job, at least in media, Monday through Friday. Normally you have to work on weekends. Literally, you have to work Christmas, Thanksgiving, weekends, so it's not a typical thing for Monday through Friday. And then if you finished your work, you don't have to stay. You can go home, if you want. Um, but yeah, so even when they gave me the job, I like sat on it for like 2 weeks because I'm like, I don't know where my body's going. I don't know if I'm gonna heal. And then, like, literally maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I was like, look, we're gonna have to extend a date. They gave me a week, and then they're like, we need a date. They didn't get a date. I'm like, well, I can't give you a date because I don't want to give you a date and not honor, the day. So anyways, they just rescinded it, which is whatever. I don't care. Business is business. So yeah. Me neither. You don't want to work for people. Yeah. So, I mean, I still watch The View. I didn't watch yesterday or today, but I still watch it. A lot of people are complaining, "Oh, it's so boring." Well, that's what you get. You didn't like the other girl. You didn't like Megan, you know. Now it's boring. People keep saying it's boring now. Like there's people that like it, but then there's other people that don't like it. Well, I mean, you got what you wished for. So, and I don't really know. Well, actually, I do know why, because a lot of people are brainwashed. I don't know why people like the girl. You know, she is. When I say the girl, I'm talking about the new girl that's in that chair, Alyssa. She's fake as fuck, like really fake. And I do understand. I get it. I know how the business is. Like I know how the TV business work. Like you have to be you in some ways you have to compromise who you are to get the job that you want, and that's what she's doing. And it's very clear, to me at least, not to other people, because a lot of people, oh, I like her, she's a Republican, but I still love her. First of all, Republicans are not aliens. They're not from a different species. They're people too. And I hate when I see comments like that. I'm like, the people that watch that show are corny, like the Democrats. They're corny. They're so lame. Like, oh, I don't agree with her, but I love her. Yeah, because you love her because she's getting like sacked by those other girls on the show. That's why you like her. Megan didn't tolerate the bullshit. So yeah. But she's a lie. I mean, she's a liar. She said the election was stolen when she was on Fox. She said that. The video has been demolished. It's gone. But she said that. I remember she had blonde hair with highlights, and she said that the election was stolen. She said that. No, she did not leave because January 6th. That's a lie. That was a lie. So yeah. So anyways, yeah, she's just a liar. But I can't go on go off on her. I mean, the other chick, finally people are seeing how Anna Navarro is not a Republican, and I've been saying it for years. She's not a Republican. She is not a Republican. Like, you got to be retarded to say that she's a Republican. Even a retarded person can see she's not a Republican. Like, she literally has not one Republican view. She's a fake. So you stop watching it. I don't blame you. It's like, they say a lot of stupid shit. Even, what was it about? Even when I think it was after when Kamala came on. I think the next day Joy was like, "Oh, the war will be over soon overseas." That kind of pissed me off when she said that. When she was like, "The war will be over," because that thing has been going on like literally near her age, like 80 years, 75, for a long time. So that kind of pissed me off, and I wish somebody with a brain would have told her, like, excuse me, like, you're not being sensitive. She's like, oh, it'll be over soon. But yes, I don't know. That show's dumb. They're just stupid. A lot of them are stupid. So yeah, they say a lot of stupid shit. I would give it though, to Sunny. At least like when she asked questions about the Israel and stuff, it was a question that most people don't ask, so I would give it up to her for that one, so at least, but she's not that educated when it comes to it. I wish she would do more research and dig harder, because she asks very basic questions. Like, she was like, Kamala, you do really well with young people. 18 to 29-year-olds are not really receiving well what's going on with the war in Israel and Palestine, And so to me, that was a basic question. Like, that wasn't a journalistic question, So I have a hard time. A lot of times I have a hard time figuring out how she was a lawyer. But then I'm telling you, a lot of lawyers are dumb. They're really stupid. A lot of lawyers, they're dumb. So I have a hard time figuring out, like, how the fuck did she go to Notre Dame University, or like, how did she, I don't know. But anyways, this is why DEI is not good. It's not good. You should get into colleges because you're qualified. I'm sure you ask yourself that question. So I'm like, how the fuck was this girl a lawyer? Like, how the fuck was she a lawyer, you know? But yeah. So she's just so ditzy. She say a lot of dumb shit. So I mean, that's why I just stopped. I don't know, making video because my views don't really align with theirs anymore. It did when I was brainwashed, but now it doesn't. I really don't align. I woke up from the woke. But yeah, Sharon, literally, this one person said this at the barbershop. Black guy, 65-year-old. He said, this is what this man said. He said that he needs a different ID from a driver's license in order to vote. I was like, what? What do you mean you need a different driver's license? You need a different ID to use. Driver license is what you need in order to vote. That's a form of identification. This man is like 60 something. This is how brainwashed these people are. You know? That's crazy. So it's just like I'm weird, but that's how they think. That's how the Democrat mindset is. Exactly. And so it's like each time I go to the barbershop, they always say stupid shit because they're not informed. But that's how they think. They actually think that they need a different ID to vote. And a driver's license is not suitable for voting, which is crazy. I'm like, what? But I think voter ID means like an actual voter ID. That's not weird. That's just stupidity. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah. But yeah, I was not surprised when Ron DeSantis dropped out. I knew he wasn't going to make it. I'm like, dude, you should have waited. You should have waited in 2028. Gavin Newsom is waiting. Gavin Newsom is going to run in 2028. So he's waiting. There's, like nobody, no Democrat or demon rat is running against Joe Biden because he's like the picking. He's the picking. So I don't even think there's going to be a Democratic primary. Is there? I don't even know. I don't even know if there's going to be a Democratic primary. Isn't that unfair if they don't have one? I don't know. Whatever. You missed my laugh. Do you know Demon Slayer? No, who's that? Nobody. You better not vote for Joe Biden, Sharon. Don't do it, please. Please do not vote for him. Are you going to vote? Do you play? No, I don't play Fortnite. No, I don't play.